Alright, today we got the first reveals for the reimagined Lost Sanctuary structure deck with a surprising Dark Master Hyperion and some extra cool cards. So let's begin. But first I want to give some quick thoughts about some archetypes for the last few days. So the first one is the Flair's archetype. Honestly, I don't like its design, but I do find it interesting that it revolves around multiple normal summons, so you could pull off a tribute summon, which can make this archetype in general into a decent engine for any tribute related deck. I could just imagine an Egyptian god variant for this deck. For Majesty, well, we got our Synchro and Exceed monster now. Let's just ignore Pendulum as one of those summon methods, but I don't really care about the archetype too much. Ship, well, the new cards just focus about making ingredients and merging those ingredients together for one Exceed monster and using those effects. Still don't care. Now on to the main event. So let's start off with the new Majesty Hyperion, which is a Dark Fairy, level 8, 2100 attack, 2700 defense. Reverse of Master Hyperion, I see. Assume this one is supposed to be a black hole, but anyway. You can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard by banishing one agent monster from your hand, field, or graveyard, and can only be special summoned this way once per turn. So basically it's the same as Master Hyperion for the special summoning condition, which is very nice because both of them are level 8 and you can make a rank 8 Exceed with that. But second effect, all battle damage that you take involving fairy monsters are inflicted to your opponent. Alright, that's not bad. Third effect, once per turn, you can banish one fairy monster from your hand or graveyard, then target one card from either graveyard and banish it. If Sanctuary of the Sky is on the field, you can use this effect twice. So basically, Master Hyperion takes care of the field, and this one takes care of the graveyard. Wish that this one was a quick effect, because at least that can interrupt plays, but it is nice that we got another level 8 monster that could special summon itself, so you can make a rank 8 play. But overall, not bad. And then we got the Agent of Life, Neptune. Well, this one took forever, but anyway. You can discard this card, special summon one agent monster from your hand or graveyard except itself, but it cannot be tributed until the opponent's next turn. If Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, you can special summon one Hyperion instead. And its second effect, if this card is banished, you can add one Sanctuary of the Sky from your deck to your hand. Both effects are hard once per turn. Instant 3 of, lets you recover some plays, and it's also a searcher for your field spell just by being a Hyperion target. I just still find it strange that Neptune took this long. And finally, we got a new Synchro monster, which will be the last card of the day, Master Flair Hyperion. Level 10 Light Fairy Synchro monster with 32 attack, 2600 defense, 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuner fairy monsters. And its effect is, you can send one agent monster or one monster that has Sanctuary in the Sky in its text from your hand, deck, or extra deck to the graveyard. Until the end of the turn, this card becomes that monster's name and it gains its effects. Can be useful sometimes, but you mainly want to send the Hyperions. Second effect, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can banish one fairy monster from your hand or graveyard, then target one card on the field and banish it. Each effect is a hard once per turn. I'll say this is an okay synchro. The first effect lets you inherit a monster effect and also does some graveyard setup, because remember both Hyperions can special summon themselves from the graveyard. But the second effect is kinda weird for its condition, because to banish a card your opponent must activate a card effect. If it was a negate effect that would have made sense, but I just don't get why. But overall, it's an okay card. It shouldn't be too hard to summon since it's level 10 and your Hyperions are level 8, so get a level 2 tuner. There you go. So that's it for these reveals. What do you guys think of them? As much as I love the agent archetype and its design, they don't really fit my playstyle, since I tend to like to have extra deck heavy decks, but that's just me. But overall, they look awesome, decent support, and we finally got Neptune. But in that, it's time to say goodbye.